What's going on YouTube? Live32 here, bringing you guys a new video. As you can tell by the title right above, this is a deck profile of the build that I used for the last few weeks of technically this format. So I'm just going to jump into the deck profile. I apologize for no videos lately. As you know, I've been busy with school. I'm a freshman in high school now, so I have a lot of things on my plate right now. So I will have 2 videos up today, see I can count. Sorry, I'm just thinking of something that someone told me on YouTube today. Via message in case you're gonna try and look it up. But yeah, so I'm just gonna jump into this deck profile. After this video, I'll have this other deck profile up. It's meant for next format, so don't say, oh, all this crap's been. This deck that I'm showing you is meant for technically this format. The deck I'm showing you in my next video, which I will have a link down below, is for technically next format, you know, BLS and stuff. So, yeah. Apologize for any glare. So, we're going to start the deck profile. We got 3 Beast King Barbayoses. As you already know, the deck profile is malefics, which means you use stuff to make this guy a huge beat stick. 2 Ancient Gear Galvatron Dragons. This card just goes to work when you don't have skill drain on the field. Basically, once you drop him, you don't even need to drop anything else. Once you play the Galvatron, you pretty much just let him sit on his fat arse. Sorry, I don't like to cuss, in case if you want to rant on me for that. But yeah, he just usually just sits there, and then if they try and blow it up, you just use Safe Zone to get it out of the way. It does lose to Cyber Dragon, unfortunately, against the Machine and Gadget matchup. I faced that at my old locals yesterday, and I was just like, are you kidding me? And now for the huge boss monsters, 3 Malefic Cyber End, and 3 Malefic Stardust. Malefic Cyber, in case you don't know what it does, it's just a beat stick, really. No other Malefic monster can be summoned while he's face up. That goes for all the Malefic's effects, and no other monster can attack except for him. Same thing with Stardust, except his actual good effect is that he can protect field spells, and which I will be getting to later. You have, for the last 3 of your monsters, you have 3 Gravekeepers commanded. This helps you search out the Necro Valleys. Basically, if you open up Terraforming and Gravekeepers commanded, you just go Terraforming, add Gear Town, and then Ditch command to get a Necro Valley. And right then, you have a first turn Galvatron. So, and by your math skills, you probably think I run 3 Necro Valleys, by which you are incorrect. I only run 2. The fact of the problem being is that if you run 3 Necro Valleys, you're pretty much going to screw yourself over, because they're good early game, especially against decks that, like, say, 6 Samurai, well, not 6 Samurai anymore, because they're pretty much dead, but, you know, stuff like It Negates, stuff like Reborn, Call the Haunted, now that it's at 2. I think this card will play not a huge aspect in the next meta, or the next format, really, but I think it will kind of shove stuff up people's butt whenever they try to use Double Call. And then we have this card. I love this card to death so much. 2 Forbidden Lance. Basically, if you want to attack directly for game or something because of Safe Zone, the equipped monster cannot attack your opponent directly. So, if you have a Galvatron, I even did this at locals yesterday. I had a Galvatron equipped with Safe Zone. I wanted to attack directly, so you go activate Safe Zone on the Galvatron. He's unaffected by spells and traps for the remainder of the turn, which means he can attack directly, even though Safe Zone is equipped to him. He goes down to 2200, but he's still a good beater. You got 2 Terraforming. I was using 3. 3 was too cloggy. I realized that 1 was way too inconsistent. 3, it was dead draws late game, especially just against, like, stall decks, really. You got to think about the area. Whenever you're looking at deck profiles, you got to think about your area of what the tier 1 deck is. And there are some stall and burn decks around my area, so, you know, 3 is really bad late game, in my opinion. 3 trade-in. You run 3 Malefic Stardusts and 2 Ancient Gear Galvatron Dragons. All of those are level 8, and you also run 3 Beast Kings, who are all level 8. Why not run triple trade-in? And it's one of your really good draw engines. Your next 3 draw engine cards, 3 Upstart Goblin. Yes, your opponent gains 1,000 life points, but that doesn't really matter with the fact that you have 3 4,000 beaters, Malefic Cyber and Stardust, and if you drop Skill Drain, then a 3,000 beat stick Barbayos. Just saying. And then for the last field spells, you got 3 Gear Town. even though you're probably wondering why I'm only using 2 Necro Valley with 3 Gear Town, just because I might not have enough stuff to blow it up with. Problem being is, like I already told you, 2 Necro Valleys is fine. 3 is a little bit too inconsistent. Same thing with the 3 Terraformings, depending on the build. But yeah, I only say depending on your build just because I did net deck this from Conrad Celix, but yet I kind of teched it out to where my playstyle fits, just like most net deckers do. And back to getting the point about Gear Town, you know, you run 3, it goes to work, and you only use 2 Galatrons because this gets it from the hand deck or grave. So I mean, you really don't need 3 Gear Towns and 3 Necro Valley. It's just not worth it. 2 Dark Bribe. I was using 3 with, or no, I was using 2 Dark Bribes and 2 7 Tools. I was using 3 Dark Bribes. The Dark Bribes seem to just be kind of dead here and there, so I figured why not use 2, and I did use 2, and I was really happy with it. It seemed to work way better than 2 of them with 2 7 Tools. And 7 Tools is just way too specific, it only negates traps, so why not use Bribe? Yes, they get a draw, but why does that matter? You know, you're giving your opponents some kind of pluses, but it really doesn't matter in the end. I love this card to death. So many people wondered what in God's name it did. Safe Zone. My God, I love the card to death. It's so busted. One Zing Zang Hu, I almost wanted to put this to 2 just because, you know, it shuts down the back row, and if you drop 2, then over half their back row is already gone. They can only use 1, and they can't even, you know, activate the cards that they set. So I do like this card. It's very good. It's very versatile. It's not. I don't think it'll be good this coming format just because Heavy Storm and 3 MSTs will be back. So Judgment, that awesome card. 3 Skill Drain. It just negates the effects. Your opponent tries to use some kind of effect, you can just Skill Drain it. And also keep in mind, here's a ruling. If Skill Drain is on the field and you don't have a field spell in play and you drop a Malefic, you can because Skill Drain negates the effect. So the only thing that Skill Drain doesn't negate is that you cannot drop multiple Malefics with Skill Drain on the field. But you can, I repeat, you can drop a Malefic on the field even without a field spell if Skill Drain is in play. So if I have Skill Drain face up with no field spell and I play a Malefic Stardust, I can do that. And from my last 2 tech cards, hold on, what time am I running at? I apologize. 7 minutes. Okay. For my last tech cards, I run 2 of them. I was running 3, seemed a little bit inconsistent. I love this card to death, I always will. Final Attack Orders. This card is sick. It is so busted. They like I said with Safe Zone, you can't attack directly. So like, okay, I'll just set some monsters so that he can't get any points on me. So they go set a monster, you go end phase, Final Attack Orders, and they're like, boing. You know, just their eyes just get so big and they're like WTF? Like what the F am I watching? You know, it's like how Conrad Selig won one of his games with Big Bang Shot. I beat a GK guy because of Big Bang Shot. You know, this is off topic, but still, Final Attack Orders is like Big Bang Shot in trap form, except it's continuous. It's not an equip spell. So, you know, instead of using 1 Big Bang Shot on the side, why not use 2 Final Attack Orders or 2 Big Bang Shots in trap form just on crack? You know, I was playing a GK guy. He had Spirit Reaper in defense, a Spy in defense with Descendant in attack mode. For some reason, I don't remember why. I had Zing Zang Hu, so his back row was completely useless. He only had 2 face downs in his back row. I ripped the Big Bang Shot. I go drop Malefic Stardust, activate Big Bang Shot, attack your Spirit Reaper for game. GG. And we were in 5 turns anyways. And then for the extra deck, I did have my other extra deck. I just had it really for show off. Really should be 3 Stardust. The other 2 are in my other extra deck with my other deck that I'm going to be showing you guys their profile of. And then 3 Malefic Cyberends. These are the only cards that you need. So, pretty basic. Pretty standard. So I hope you guys liked it. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Link to the second deck profile will be in the link in the description. And yeah, I don't have an outro, so yeah, see ya.